Fun English lessons! Master English Grammar Intermediate. Lesson 1. Using the future with when and if. Introduction and video.
Hello there and welcome to this lesson. Today I will show you how to talk about the future in English using when and if, and some other words too. There are 3 important things to remember. The first is concentrate hard when you're studying. Give the lesson your full attention and you will learn more. The second thing is, when you're doing the exercises, pause the video, stop the video before I give you the answers and think, what is the answer? Then play the video and I'll tell you. That way you remember more. It's true. The third thing is to watch the video as often as you want and do the pronunciation exercise in the cheat sheet section. That will really help you to get good pronunciation and to remember some simple but correct English expressions using when and if. And don't forget, if you have any questions, why don't you join me and other students on a hangout and we can talk about it together. Okay, have fun with the lesson, good luck and see you next time.
Fun English lessons. The future with when and if. Okay, I'll stop smoking if you stop nagging. Sure, I'll stop nagging if you clean the house sometimes. Well, I'll clean the house sometimes if you spend less money. Look, I'll spend less money when you take me out more often. Right, I'll take you out more often when you get in better shape. Deal, I'll get in better shape if you stop smoking. Oh dear. Test yourself. Okay, the video you just saw gave you some examples of using when and if with the future. Now let's have a little test. So, there are 3 questions and you decide which sentence is correct, A or B. The first one, I'll buy a new car when I'll have enough money. The second one, I'll buy a new car when I have enough money. And with all of these exercises, pause the video and decide which is correct. So, which is correct? It's B. We'll come back to why in a minute, but notice there's will here and will here. I'll is I will. So you've got I'll and I'll was not correct. Next. Is it A, if you'll fail your exam, you won't get into university? Or B, if you fail your exam, you won't get into university? And the answer is B. Because again, you don't have 2 wills together. You'll is you will, and won't is you will not. Next, the correct sentence. A, if you promise to work hard this week, we will let you go to the party at the weekend. Or B, if you will promise to work hard this week, we will let you go to the party at the weekend. And the correct answer is B? No, because there are 2 wills together. Will and will is no good. So it's A. Explanation and examples. A, we can use when and if to talk about the future. For example, we'll give you your password when you arrive. In other words, you will arrive in the future. We often put the present simple verb after when and if. I'll go to the dentist if the pain gets worse. Gets is the present, but we're talking about a future possibility. Explanations and examples B. When and if can go in the middle of a sentence. I want to be a fireman when I grow up. Again, I'm still a child. Or, I'll give you a chocolate if you give me a kiss, and you haven't given me a kiss yet. Or, at the beginning, when I grow up, I want to be a fireman. Or, if you give me a kiss, I'll give you a chocolate. So you can change these parts of the sentence. When I grow up, I want to be, or I want to be when I grow up. Quick check. In this section, you have to make correct sentences from these sentence parts. And this one is not so difficult because there are 4 possible correct sentences. Let's try to find one. Often these sentences start with I'll, what I'll let you do, or if, the condition. So let's start with one of those. Let's start with I'll. I'll let you, so I'll let you do something. So we need a verb. I'll let you stay up, in other words, not go to bed. For how long? Until 10 p.m. And again, for how long? For the rest of something, for the rest of the holiday. On what condition? Only if you promise to be a good boy. Does that look good? I'll let you stay up until 10 p.m. for the rest of the holiday if you promise to be a good boy. Let's check. Yes, it's correct. There are also 3 other possibilities. Let's look at this one. I'll let you stay up until 10 p.m. That's the same as ours. If you promise to be a good boy, for how long? For the rest of the holiday. And there are 2 other possibilities you can check out if you want to stop the video. Next! Right, let's look at this one. There's a when this time, so it's not if, it's when. So, when you master, you can normally start with when you master what? This grammar point, perhaps. What will happen? Your English, maybe, your English what? Will be worse? No, will be better. And people will what? Will understand you more. Does that make sense? When you master this grammar point, your English will be better, and people will understand you more. That seems to be okay. Let's check. Yes, you can also say your English will be better and people will understand you more when you master this grammar point. Next. If. Let's start with if this time. If you really want to do what? To set up. To set up what? Your own business. What will I do? I'll do everything I can to help you. You could also say, I'll do everything I can to help you if you really want to set up your own business. So there should be more than one possibility. That's right, there are 2 possibilities. Okay, I hope you did okay on that. Don't forget to stop the video before I give you the answers if you want to think for yourselves. More information. A. You can also use expressions like before, after, until, as soon as, and by the time in the same way as when and if. By the time we get there, the concert will have finished, so we have not arrived yet. If you see Maggie before I do, could you ask her to phone me? I'll call you as soon as I have the results, but I don't have the results now. Should I close the windows after I arrive? I haven't arrived yet. I'll keep the heating on until you arrive, but you haven't arrived yet. You're still somewhere else. B. If we are using when for a question, we can put will after it. When will she finish the report, do you think? She hasn't finished yet. When will we see you again? When will they make their decision? We're still waiting for them. Find the mistakes. In this exercise, we have to find the mistakes, or find the correct sentences if you prefer. There are 3 questions. In the first question, there are 2 correct sentences. Remember, stop the video now and think if you don't want to hear my answers. And the answers are, okay, as soon as the film will finish, I'll send you, no, there's 2 wills together. That's no good. I will call you when I will arrive, 2 wills together. That's no good. So it should be these last 2. We'll contact you when we get the results. It's the present tense, that's okay. Before you start, so before you have the present tense, make sure the projector's working properly. That's okay. Check, that's fine. Next. Stop the video if you want to think. This time it's 2 incorrect sentences. When will they finally just agree to disagree? There's only 1 will there. Before you will decide. No, we don't have will after before. So that's no good. This last one, when she will decide. No, we don't ask questions like that. We say, when will she decide? So that's no good. Check. 4 out of 4. Next. 2 correct sentences. Keep on trying until you succeed. Never give up. That's fine. Until followed by present simple. If it will rain no, we don't have will after if in this case. I want to be a doctor when I grow up. Grow up, present tense, after when, that's fine. Check. Good. How did you do? Consolidation exercise. In this section, you have to decide on the correct form of the verb. In each sentence, you have a gap, and you have the verb you need, but it's not necessarily in the correct form. For example, and don't forget, stop the video and think before I give you the answers. Can you phone me when you hear from Ruth? After when, it's the present. The game will be finished. There's no will, there's no until. By the time, present. By the time they get here, if they don't hurry up. C, why don't we go for a meal after we finish cleaning the house? If you fail your driving test, you will have to take it again. There's if, there's the present, so this is with will. We will have to cancel the picnic if it it's it. So it carries on raining, like this. You will have, because there's no until, there's no if, there's no when. As soon as, followed by present. You prove you can manage your money. Before Susan, present tense, throws, it's Susan, that screen away, can I check to see if it works? Until, so it's the present, they actually sign, I won't believe we've got the contract. The economy will suffer if we don't lower the taxes significantly. If followed by present tense. And finally, the twins, there are the twins, copy and paste they're called, should already be in bed by the time we get home. So don't make any noise. Let's check. 100%. Excellent. Did you do as well? Cheat sheet. It's pronunciation time using your PDF cheat sheet. You repeat after me, okay? Let's go. Okay, I'll stop smoking if you stop nagging. Sure, I'll stop nagging. If you clean the house sometimes. Well, I'll clean the house sometimes if you spend less money. Look, I'll spend less money when you take me out more often. Right, I'll take you out more often when you get in better shape. Deal, I'll get in better shape if you stop smoking. Oh dear. Repeat that as often as you can, as often as you like, and as often as it helps you. Good luck and good pronunciation. Summary and conclusion.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the lesson and that you are a little bit clearer on how to talk about the future in English using when and if, and some other things like as soon as and before. So, the next thing is to look at the lesson again if you need to, practice your pronunciation, learn some of the expressions, check the cheat sheet, come and join us in a hangout, and see you on the next lesson. Bye-bye!
FunEnglishLessons.com
FunEnglishLessons.com
.com. Great, it's not dum-dum, man. Not dum-dum.
Boom boom.
Not boom-boom.com. FunEnglishLessons.com
FunEnglishLessons.com.
Great. Thank you, Lil.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, everybody here. Bye-bye.